Are you okay?
This is hardly the first time that this has ever happened.
Okay, I just... That was really scary. I didn't expect any of that to happen, and to see you be taken and you go down, and you're so powerful, and nobody ever takes you down. I never thought that was really a possibility. I mean, part of me knew it, but to actually see it happen, and I don't even know what to call the two of you. We've never really talked about it, and then we had to fight the seer, and she really wanted to kill Wish Granter, and obviously we weren't gonna let that happen, and I tried to get as much of her attention on me so she wouldn't go after her, but she was really intent on killing me, and she used like her psychic blades with her life vitality, and it felt like she was sucking out my life force, and I was so scared, but I just kept making jokes like I do, and she just kept targeting me, and if I was so scared, I can't even imagine what Wish Granter was feeling, because that's her mentor. That'd be like if you tried, and I think
Colin pulls you forward into a hug with him and Apollo. Of like, hey, it's okay. You're alive. You're all alive. And that's what matters. It's over.
And I don't know what to do now, because now everybody's scared of me. Naomi told me I was scary. I messed up so bad, and I don't know what to do now.
You obviously didn't mess up too bad, because you're still here. It's difficult to be a hero. I'm not gonna lie and say that these things don't happen, because they do, and they happen pretty often. I mean, look at Colin. He's not even shaken, and he's not scared, because he has trust in me, and I have trust in him. Just as you need to have trust in the rest of your team. They don't find you scary. We don't find you scary. The public opinion about heroes is always fluctuating. You don't use enough of your abilities. You don't save enough people. They look down on you for that. They look at you and go, why aren't you trying hard enough? Then you try too hard, and someone gets hurt, and then they're scared of you because they can see what you can do. That's with everyone that puts on the mask. And you've learned a lesson today of not letting your emotions get to you. But that's hard, because I let my emotions get to me today too. I ran in blindly to save Colin, and I paid the price for it. That is not your fault. I am a grown-ass man who can, in fact, make his own decisions.
Yeah, but it's different for me.
And why is that?
You don't understand the pressure that I have to deal with. I hold the weight of every single powerless person that wants to be a hero. And the minute I mess up, it makes everybody go, see? This is why we don't let people without powers be heroes. And it makes everything 10 times harder, not just for me, but for everybody that's tried to come after me. And I don't know how I'm supposed to save and protect people when they're scared of me.
They're not gonna be scared of you forever.
I just don't want to mess up my one chance.
That's the thing, Piper. Everyone has more than one chance.
We've never really talked about it, but I don't know what to call y'all.
I mean, he kind of looks to Colin suddenly so far out of his depth. He's like, wait, I can do hero talk really well. I struggle with the dad thing. And Colin would look at you and give you a small smile. I think I speak for the both of us when I say you can call us dad if you want. But if it's just Colin or Cyrus, then that's fine too.
One of my roommates asked who I have on this island, and when I tried to tell her about y'all, I didn't really know what to say, so I just said my former teacher and his husband and daughter.
That's probably the weirdest way you could have explained us. I'm not gonna lie to you, Piper.
We have never talked about this.
That's probably the single worst thing you could have said.
Okay, well, I was
You made me sound like I just randomly adopt my students.
to kind of.
I adopted one of you. I did it to one of you.
Okay. If I call y'all my family?
I think you see a big smile on their faces. Yeah. I think we'd be fine with that. I think Tara would be fine too with it. I think she would be honestly overjoyed.
I mean, you two have been more parental to me than my parents ever have, so.
You see Apollo's face kind of scowl a little bit when you mention your parents, just like...
Get off the bed and like take a step and then turn back and just grab both of them in a really big hug and go, I really love y'all. I hope you know that.
Colin and Apollo hug you back and Colin goes, we love you too, Piper.
As I'm walking to her room, can I open my tech pad? And can I try to see if I can search for any information on Apollo and the Seer?
Yeah! What kind of role would this be? I would say roll superior, I would say.
Okay.
As you kind of... Yeah, I don't know why. That just makes sense to me of using... the Star Playbook deals with a lot of, like, that information through fame and everything. I think this kind of applies to that, of, like, searching through news articles.
Cool.
I would say superior or mundane.
I'll do superior. That's a 13.
13. I think you very much find news articles, but the headlines of young, upstart hero team loses a member, kind of along those lines of like tragedy strikes Brimsdale, student passes from villain attack. But even with a 13, it's you don't find really any kind of details. Like, you don't get the name of any kind of villain, you don't get like how it happened, but you are able to find evidence of kind of what happened. Of like, Apollo and the Seer lost a teammate. And this other third mysterious teammate as well. They would have had one other.
Yeah.
And
there's no information on who the third teammate was?
No, not that you're able to see. You're able to find like the Seer and Apollo's names because they're big names now.
Yeah.
Either this one faded into obscurity after it happened, and this happened like in their final semester. And it kind of broke the team apart. being checked over. It's like, I'm fine. I'm fine. I honestly shouldn't even be here right now.
Well, I'm glad you did come here.
She would
I'm mad at you if you didn't.
Oh, what? Oh, what? You'd be mad at me? Little old me? No.
I'd be mad and also a little concerned. Are you okay?
I think I should be asking you that, she says, kind of like looking over your battled figure.
I just wanted to make sure you were okay.
Yeah, no,
Because, like,
absolutely.
a lot happened. Which is kind of what I wanted to ask you. What did happen? Because, like, back at the training ground, that was definitely you, right?
Yeah, no, it was. I remember training with you.
Yeah, no one could fake that, chum. But then, like, something happened, and like then this other villain showed up, and like it looked like my powers hit you, but then you were gone, and then what happened? What happened?
It was like everything was overwhelmed at once. All my senses, sight, sound, taste, smell, like you would kind of remember the powers of another rehabilitation student who is able to kind of enhance the senses of another person. It's not someone that you know, not someone you've spoken to before, but is able to like kind of enhance those like physical sensations. And your mind is kind of drawn there of like, was it this kid? And then you also remember, no, Professor Wanzek was getting powers of all the rehabilitation kids. There's one last thing that I remember.
Oh?
When I say I was afraid, I mean I was really afraid. Like, I don't think it was normal.
It's okay to be scared. That was a lot that you went through. I'm surprised you came through it as unscathed as you have been. But like, if you've got thoughts and feelings about it, like we can talk about it. You can talk to me. And kind of just like nudge your shoulder a little bit. It's like, you can talk to me. I know that there's a person behind that mask.
Thank you, Neon. And it means a lot. It does. It's kind of hard to make connections with others in the hero curse. A lot of the time, it's a lot of bravado going on in there.
Yeah, I mean, I have to put on a bit of that too. I mean, I'm not always quippy and funny. I'm extremely socially awkward sometimes, and people scare me.
You do great around me.
I appreciate that. I mean, I'd love to get to know you.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Not heavy step. You.
And like, you kind of...
If that's something... If that's, something you want to do. If I'm overstepping here, I get it.
I'm not opposed. I look pretty different outside of the hero getup, but
so do I.
Since our date got interrupted.
Yeah, so sorry about that. Not the way I wanted to end the date.
Why are you apologizing? This is literally not your fault. Since our date got interrupted, how about we do one more as in the hero getup?
Okay.
Just to say we finish it, and then we go to I know this really cute spot off in the Brimstone district for coffee.
Coffee sounds great. I love that.
Perfect. And like she kind of like there's like some intense like eye contact with like you feel the tension building for a minute. And like you think you see Heavy Step almost lean forward, and then a nurse comes by and is like, sorry, miss, you seem to be a bit injured. You need to sit down.
Well, I mean, I should be fine. You know, I was checking on.
Sit
down. Okay.
She went back off to Brimsdale.
How's she doing?
Tough. She's not taking it well right now.
Yeah.
She thinks
I am.
She thinks that you think she's scary.
I don't, but
I know.
I think people, well, when people see something like that, it's a lot, especially from someone who doesn't have powers. That's a lot. Sometimes they expect it from, I mean, I sure know I've got eyes on me after what I did, but it's almost expected in a way, you know? When someone has powers, it's almost expected that they'll mess up at some point, and
yeah,
it's very flashy and out there, but I think
Piper's was a lot more real.
Yeah, a lot of people underestimate her, and that works to her advantage a lot, and it's great. It's one of the best things about her. You know? Don't expect it. It's an element of surprise, but sometimes that goes the other way. Just like when people have powers can help you, and they can also hinder you, and she has the greatest power of them all.
Just make sure she goes off and feels normal. That's what she needs right now.
I think we all need to feel normal for a little bit. So yeah, I'll do that.
Now,
I mean, just at the end there, just like I'll just kind of say, I don't know what she told you, but she did amazing. I don't know how much of it you saw, but
I saw.
You should be proud of her. She knew not only how to take on a situation like that without powers, but she knew how to help us utilize ours better as well, like as a team.
But you don't have to worry about me being proud of her. I've been proud of her since I saw her stick up for those girls back in the boarding school.
Yeah.
I've never stopped since.
Yeah, I'll go find her, and we'll focus on being normal for a bit.
That means you're gonna walk back, right?
Do I have to?
It's up to you.
My legs are tired.
It's up to you.
Fine. Okay. I'll Uber it.
Yeah, you catch an Uber back.
Yeah.
And you're riding along, and you can see the sun starting to set on this Sunday. It's been one hell of a week for you all. I think you look at Camilla, and she has a little bit of a knowing smile. You don't have to be so nervous around me. I'm just another person.
Yeah, but you're one of the few that understand. You get it.
I think I should be the one saying that about you. You also understand what it... Yeah, it's nice here. But, I don't know, I still can't get over the fact that I always feel like I'm being kind of looked down upon by the others. I mean,
I get that.
And your friends don't do that exactly, but I don't know, I can still almost feel the pity from whenever they look at me. Like, I don't know. That's almost just as bad. But you understand.
She's going to she's gonna hold her hand. It's so innocent and gay and cutesies.
I think she kind of smiles and holds your hand back. And she looks, you don't even have to roll for this, she looks conflicted for a moment, like she wants to tell you something.
What's up?
That video that played, that showed the seer, or the villain. That villain was my dad. And so it's it's hard seeing that video again.
PSM is gonna squeeze Camilla's hand. Both my parents were villains, so I know that's not easy.
She squeezes your hand back. You ever just think about getting away? Sometimes.
All the time, truthfully. Yeah.
I guess especially I guess you're able to, and able to get back, but I don't know. This whole system's weird and messed up.
It's bullshit.
Yeah. You and Camilla are close. And you see for just a second, a split second, you see a very familiar purple shimmer kind of on her arm and up the side of her face. And you see a lightning scar before the illusion snaps back into place.
I think Pisum is immediately going to go to restrain them. Just trying to break the illusion and...
Yeah, tell me, do you hesitate for a second? Do you feel shock and betrayal for a second before you move?
Yeah.
You would see her eyes widen ever so suddenly. As you see it, she doesn't seem to notice the wavering concentration, but she feels what you feel. And you go to grab at her, you go to grab her hands, and all of a sudden, in a flash of purple light, she's on the other side of the room as she teleported to the other side of the room. I was about to tell you, I was going to tell you tonight.
Is this actually Camilla, or was she using the powers to hide it?
And as you kind of go along that line of thinking, she lets kind of the illusion drop, and you see Camilla. But you also see that scar that she got from Naomi running up across the side of her body. It's me.
He's looks betrayed. She doesn't really have any words to say, and is kind of more wants to immediately jump to action. So when she's gonna spit out and says, "Why don't let people get close?" And then
yeah, I tried to do the same. I don't want any of you to really get close to me, but it just so happened that I happened to be roommates with the people that were trying to stop me. What the seer did, that was real. And I leaked that video years ago when it happened. I was 12. And you know what the public did? You know what the Bureau did?
they sided with the heroes because they're fucking assholes.
Yeah, they are. They're fucking assholes. But it's not their fault that they've been brainwashed into going along with them. I don't blame them. They are just as much as victims as we are to the heroes. Come on, you can't tell me you haven't thought about marching up to one of the heroes that locked away someone you cared about and just decking them in the face? Or vandalizing a building of theirs? I'm not doing this to hurt it.
I think despite how similar we are so very different. Because I want to change the system from the inside out, and you want to destroy it.
You're damn right I do. I want it to be in ruins. For what they've done to me, for what they've done to you, what they've done to every single rehabilitation kid that has crossed these halls. You think they're helping anything with this little foreign exchange student program? Do you really think that they're solving anything? No, it's so they can keep an eye on us.
Just because what they're doing now isn't being done with proper etiquette, it's not being done right at all, doesn't mean that we can't change it. Just because they don't understand doesn't mean we can't make them understand in a productive way.
And what is the productive way? Showing them that taking us from a young age, throwing us in a school, and then coming out as heroes is the right way to do it? To brainwash us into doing what they want to do? There is no right or wrong way to do this. That's falling into how they think. Good versus evil.
I don't want to be the villain in people's stories. I'm an asshole. I know that. I'm a huge fucking asshole. But I am not a villain.
I don't think of myself as a villain either. But if that's what they want me to be, then fine. They can't look past who my family was. You think I didn't try to grow up normal? No, I grew up on the streets since I was 12, in the Crater District, trying to find a job, trying to be a productive member of society, as you put it. But every person in the public will look at who you put down, will look at your birth certificate, will look at that last name, and remember where it showed up, in a villain registry somewhere. And so they'll turn you away from each and every job. Turn you away from each and every opportunity you might be able to have to turn your life around. And I hate to sound cliche like this, but since you found out about everything, you're either with me or you're against me.
Then I guess I'm against you.
All right. If you're against me, then I have a choice for you to make. Which one of your friends is the strongest, would you say? Which one could take the biggest hit?
The fuck are you gonna do?
Keep them occupied. Pick
P-Sim's
one
not gonna
or
answer.
pick-
P-Sim's gonna go try and punch her in the face.
You manage to get a few good hits in. She goes to rein them back with her own hand-to-hand skill. But you manage to block them on your forearms, teleport out of the way, almost like phasing in and out behind her. And she would look to you. Then I guess it's all three. And she raises a hand, and you feel the island begin to shake. For this wonderful little finale, we've kind of cosplayed some of the characters and everything, with these lovely individuals being their hero personas and or PC personas, and with me being everyone's favorite NPC, Jeffrey. Hi, nice to meet you.
Love him.
What can I get you to drink, huh?
Tequila!
Tequila! Yes, I did used to, in fact, be a bartender. That's why I have all the gear. I very unoriginally, apparently, made Jeffrey myself by accident.
Self-insert character, you know? It's gonna happen.
So,
Self-insert.
Hi. Yeah. No, Jeffrey is so much hotter and cooler than I ever could be.
Shut the fuck up, because you're so hot and cool.
Yeah, that should tell you. That should tell you how hot and cool Jeffrey is. I'm not dissing myself.
Damn.
Oh, okay, good. I was about to fight you.
Okay. I still might fight you.
Period. 100%. 14. We will get back to that roll in just a second.
Worst.
Lightbright. Where were you headed off to?
You're the worst.
You love me.
Fucking believe you, Jay.
You love me.
I love you so much. It hurts.
Okay. Provoke someone. It is plus superior. I'm not good at that. I don't know. They didn't give me a name. I'm just gonna call them Batman because they're all dressed in black and they just.
Why would you?
You know,
that's such a dumb name. That's such a dumb name.
I
And
know, right?
That's Jay speaking.
And they're
by the
dumb.
way. That's Jay speaking.
You didn't give us a name.
Give us a fucking villain name then, Jay.
Batman's canonical now. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I hate everything.
Man,
Jay's gonna kill all of us now.
Yeah.
Weird.